What's up, guys? Got another Alliance War video for y'all. This time got a little bit of a treat. We got some Starlord action, so decided to dust off the old boy. Also bring in Iceman and Blade into this one. So I scouted my path, and that's why I decided to bring in Starlord and Iceman for a few fights. Definitely knew I wanted to use them. And then got Blade. It's kind of a backup role in this one, which is definitely not a bad option. But first fight, Enhanced Special 1, see a mutant. And I just assume it's going to be a Cyclops. So bring in Starlord, and we unfortunately got to go against a Iceman. I say unfortunately just because his L1's harder to evade, and you take that cold snap damage, which sucks because that's damage you can't really prevent. But yeah, this fight doesn't go bad other than the fact that it's Iceman and had to take that cold snap. Yeah, pretty much it's the only damage we take. Got off of L2 with Starlord, and that just ended it. So, good start. Feeling out Starlord, making sure our combo game's right. Next fight, we got a stun immune and enhance abilities, and we got a 5-star dupe science. So, yeah, definitely know this is going to be an OG Spidey. That's why you bring in Iceman, try to stop his evades as much as possible. We want to use our L1 to put that cold snap on him. And yeah, definitely like to push him to the L2. But you can see right there the cold snap falls off, so got to play it a lot more cautiously. Only doing a couple hits on the combo. If I see him evade, I back out. And yeah, I do take a little bit of block damage, but again, trying to play it safe. Right there we get lucky to connect the L1. Reapply cold snap so we can kind of go to town on him afterwards. Yeah, bait the L2. Yeah, just playing this fight extra cautious whenever he doesn't have the cold snap on him. Right there I saw him evade, so I threw out my L1, just kind of hoping to chip him out. But 42 hits. Iceman doesn't hit super hard, but he gets the job done on these evaders for sure. So happy about that fight. Next fight, we got that node 24. And this is the reason why we brought Starlord this time, because when scouting this path, I checked the dude's profile and I know it's going to be a Yondu, so won't be able to get Danger Sense on him. So I kind of just looked at my roster for other options and decided I wanted to bring Starlord here. And I contemplated for a moment just so I could kind of decide what boosts I want to run. Because definitely want to boost up on this one just to make sure I don't give up any defensive kills. And yeah, we end up boosting up pretty heavily. 20% champ boost. I took a look at the tech boosts just to see if there was any that I wanted to throw in there. And just kind of decided against it just to go with more health. And some additional attack. But yeah, checking out the node, buffet, limber, recovery. So this node's always a pain. And yeah, we get the Yondu we were expecting. And it starts out really bad. We took a light hit, the Yaka arrow made us bleed, and we just took a heavy straight to the face. So, not more than 20 seconds in, we're already down to half health, so gotta play it pretty straight. And my plan here is pretty much to try to bait the L1 as much as possible, and then have my in with Starlord after that. I definitely try to leave a lot of space between the two champs, because as you notice, when Yondu approaches with a medium, he doesn't use the Yaka arrows, so you won't take that bleed, and you can parry him. But if he hits you with that light and that Yaka gets you, then that bleed's going to add up. But so far, even though we have a hit of 40, or a combo of 40, not doing much damage because that buffet node. But we get a nice heal block there. And you notice that he reapplied the bleed on me. So getting kind of sketchy. But we're still effectively baiting out the L1s. Starting to do a little bit more damage. Every time we throw off an L2, we are hoping for big crits. But right there, we flubbed up. Tried to get him with a snapback intercept, and he caught us. So that bleeds barely. I'm barely staying alive here. Got to rebuild up a combo, hoping to not time out. I'm down to 2%. And just got to try to play this as best as possible. But we get a heal block, which is going to help us go for the snapback here. Really worked out well. Even though earlier in the fight it wasn't reliable, we got him to the L1, now just got to bait. And got him to throw his L1, one last L2, and finish that fight. Really clutch at the end, it was awesome, felt good to bring in Starlord. 114 hits, took a couple hits myself, but overall, every last boost mattered there, so like, definitely recommend using your boosts wisely. You know, making the most of them. And since we got our boost active, I just decided might as well keep fighting. And this one, I have no idea who it's going to be. 4-star tech. I just bring in Blade, because there's really nobody that I would be too scared of on this node, and just get an OG vision. And he starts off almost nearly at 3 bars of power after I hit him twice, with that power gain and power start 1 and synthesis. But luckily it's just about getting him right over that power threshold and then baiting the special attacks. And even though he's bleed immune, just a 4-star against a rank 5 Blade, not going to be a problem. So yeah, much more calming and less hard fight than the previous one. Alright, our next node, 5-star Cosmic on the power shield and power gain. So I also scouted this one, and I saw that the guy had a Stark's, or not a Stark, a Symbiote Spidey in his profile, so this is why I go with Iceman. And it ends up being right, so kind of want to play it like I played the other Spider-Man, just try to get him to his L2. But right there he was able to catch me somehow. But get him to the L2, re-put on the cold snap so he can't evade. Yeah, here I'm much more liberal with the L1 throwing, and that's the only way you can do damage on this node. Well, or detonate those frostbites, but Yeah, I don't want to be too risky, so I don't try to evade his L1. And I'm just going to wait for his evade buff to kind of phase out. Then hit him with one more L1. And just wait for my residual damage to take over him. And my last fight coming up. Got an unduped 5-star on the brute force and poison node. So I thought it was going to be a Mordo actually, and I was going to bring Iceman, but once I clicked in, I noticed the persistent charge. So decided to go in with Blade because we know that it can only be a Morning Star here. Yeah, I just took a look at the standings for a sec just to see what would happen if I gave up death. But I don't know, maybe I was just a little too hesitant. So finally click in. And yeah, it doesn't even put the poison on because, you know, Blade's good like that. And I was worried about Mystic Dispersion, but turns out it doesn't run a very high Mystic Dispersion, so this fight's pretty straightforward. Blade just cleans up Morning Star. Yeah, 1 L2, and she's done. But yeah, pretty good war for me. That was my last fight. I didn't end up taking any of the mini bosses, although I still had a full health Blade. I didn't have the villain synergy to go in, so just left it to my teammates. Could have probably taken one of the next ones, but yeah. Anyways, we did get the win. Good fight out to Marvel World Order. It's a pretty close one actually, but yeah. Anyways, another victory here for Sin6. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate. Catch you in the next time. Later.